The alarm went off. I woke up, and for a moment, I just stayed there, staring at the ceiling. The world was quiet, soft, and still. But inside me, my mind was loud. Today is another day, I thought. Another chance to get it right, another chance to fail. I sat up slowly. My feet touched the cold floor, and a shiver ran through me. I looked around my small room, the same room I had woken up in for months, maybe years. And I asked myself, is this all there is? Will I always live like this? I walked to the window and opened the curtain. The sun was barely rising, painting the sky in soft pink and gold. I could hear birds singing, a gentle reminder that life was moving on, with or without me. I poured a glass of water and took a slow sip. Each drop felt like a tiny spark of hope, a small push saying, "You can do this. Start today." I breathed deeply. This morning routine, it seemed simple, almost boring, but today it felt different. Today, it was going to teach me something important. I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. My eyes were tired, my face pale. But I saw more than that. I saw a person who wanted to change, who wanted to speak English better, to communicate, to connect with the world. I whispered to myself, I can do this. I will do this. Slowly, I repeated some English sentences I had been practicing. Good morning. How are you today? I am learning English. I will speak slowly. I will speak clearly. It felt strange at first. My words were shaky, unsure, almost awkward. But I didn't stop. I repeated them again, louder this time. Good morning. How are you today? I am learning English. I will speak slowly. I will speak clearly. Breakfast time came. I made my tea, the smell filling the kitchen. I tried to describe what I was doing out loud. I am pouring milk into the cup. I am adding sugar. I am stirring slowly. My voice was soft, careful, each word deliberate. But there was magic in this small act. Something shifted inside me. I realized that learning doesn't always have to be in a classroom, in front of books, with strict rules. Learning can happen in moments like this, moments of calm, moments of routine, moments that we often ignore. But it wasn't easy. I wanted to rush. I wanted to skip the words, skip the practice, just go on with my day. And sometimes I did. But every time I rushed, I felt a small regret, a tiny voice in my head saying, you could have done more. You could have spoken better. And that regret pushed me back, made me stop, made me slow down. I realized that learning English slowly is not just about the language. It is about patience, about discipline, about showing up for yourself even when it feels hard. I sat at the table, my tea steaming, and spoke again. I am drinking tea. It is warm. It is good. I enjoy this moment. I smiled at myself. The sentences were simple, yes, but each one felt alive. Each one was a small victory. And then I asked a question aloud, as if talking to someone else. What will I do today? How can I make today better? It felt strange to speak like this, out loud, like a story unfolding in my own kitchen. But then I noticed something. My confidence was growing. My voice was becoming firmer, clearer. My English was becoming part of me, not just words I memorized. I went to brush my teeth. Again, I spoke. I am brushing my teeth. I am cleaning carefully. I am learning. It felt silly at first, talking while doing small tasks. But slowly, the silliness faded. I was no longer just repeating words. I was feeling them, living them. I started to notice that my mind was changing. English was no longer a test. It was a companion. It was something I could practice every day, in every moment, in every small task I did. But then came the hardest part, the fear of making mistakes. I had always been afraid of speaking English. afraid that my accent was wrong, that my grammar was bad, that people would laugh. That fear sat like a heavy weight in my chest as I continued my routine. Stop it, I told myself. You can't learn if you are afraid. You have to speak. You have to make mistakes. That is how you grow. I took a deep breath and said the sentences again, slower this time. I am learning. I am speaking. I will improve. I will not give up. The sun rose higher, and I finished my tea. I cleaned the dishes and continued my morning routine. Each movement became a moment to practice. I am washing the dishes. I am careful. I am patient. I realized that learning English like this was not just about grammar or vocabulary. It was about presence, about paying attention to each word, each breath, each motion, about connecting my mind, my heart, and my voice. Then came a turning point. I remembered all the times I had tried to learn English before and failed. All the books I had left unfinished, all the apps I had abandoned, all the fear I had felt. And suddenly I saw it clearly. The reason I had failed was not because I couldn't learn. It was because I had not made it part of my life. I treated learning like a task, not a journey. But now, in my morning routine, English was no longer a task. It was life. It was natural, flowing with every action, every breath. I felt a wave of hope, a wave of courage. I spoke louder now. I am strong. I am learning. I will speak clearly. I will speak slowly. I will not give up. My voice echoed in the quiet apartment. I smiled. No one was watching, no one was judging. And yet, I felt proud. Proud that I was showing up for myself. Proud that I was turning fear into action, silence into words, hesitation into confidence. After finishing my morning routine, I sat for a moment and reflected. I realized something powerful. The smallest actions, repeated every day, can change everything. The words you speak, even if simple, build a bridge to your dreams. The moments you dedicate to learning, no matter how small, create transformation. And the key is not perfection. The key is presence. Showing up, speaking slowly, speaking clearly, believing in yourself even when it feels impossible. I want you to think about this for a moment. What in your life feels impossible? What fear is holding you back? Maybe it is learning a language. Maybe it is starting a new habit. Maybe it is facing a challenge you have avoided for years. I promise you, the way forward is small steps, repeated with courage, patience, and consistency. Speak, act, live, slowly, clearly, fully. By the end of that morning, I felt a quiet victory. Not because I had mastered English, not because I had spoken perfectly, but because I had begun. I had chosen to practice, to show up, to face my fear, to transform my routine into a ritual of growth. And that, I realized, was everything to so today. As you go through your own morning, remember this. Every small action counts. Every word you speak matters. Every moment you dedicate to yourself builds a bridge to your dreams. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Be present. And never underestimate the power of showing up. Learning is not a race. It is not about speed. It is about life. About courage. About turning fear into voice, hesitation into movement, dreams into reality. You can start today. You can start now. One word, one action, one breath at a time. And little by little, everything will change. This is your life. This is your moment.
Speak, learn, grow,
show up. And remember, the journey matters more than the destination. Your words, your courage, your presence, they are all building something beautiful, something unstoppable, something you take a deep breath. Begin your morning. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. And let your life, like your English. Transform with every small step you take. If you found this journey inspiring, remember to like this video, subscribe for more, and watch the next one. Because every day is a chance to start, and every moment is a chance to grow.
Start now.
Your story is waiting.